Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for Sean Ross at Name Drop. It's time for the Greg Cherry. Greg Cherry, Big Baller G. Matty Laws will be joining us in just a little bit. Big Baller G, what is up?
Nothing much. We got Blood and Guts tonight on AEW. I know we're going to preview that a little bit. I'm going to AEW Collision this Saturday in New Jersey, so that'll be fun. Other than that, like you said, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means.
You know who else knows what that means? Matty Laws.
Matty. I am here. What is up, guys? What did I miss?
Nothing.
I'm here.
You missed my SRS name drop too, which I just teased like half an hour ago.
I am here.
You are. So yes, we are going to preview Blood and Guts tonight. At last check, there were only 3 matches announced. The Blood and Guts match, obviously, Hook versus Jungle Boy for the FTW Championship, and the finals of the Blind Tag Team Eliminator. I think that was all that was announced, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's at least what I thought was on the gauntlet. Big G, something loud is in your background.
That's my air.
But anyway. Yeah, so do you think tonight, I'm going to ask, is there an FTW title? Is that going to happen tonight? Open to both of you.
What was the question?
An FTW title match?
Yeah, FTW title match. Will Jungle Boy become the new champion?
I think so. I think they could add that to it easily.
Yeah. There'll probably be some shenanigans where he'll do something and win it. Or his hot-ass girlfriend, Anna Jay, might come out and interfere.
That's very possible. Like, that is something that is definitely up there for a possibility. But Hook, remember, Hook is still undefeated. So
yeah,
if they're going to do something to end his streak, is it going to be a Goldberg-esque way where there's shenanigans, or is somebody going to beat him straight up?
It'd be cool to see Jungle Boy beat him clean.
That would be insane. Like, Jungle Boy just turned heel and beats him clean?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to do it. I feel like if they have Hook lose clean, it kind of ruins his mystique a little bit.
Yeah.
It's weird to say about somebody who's in his early 20s. But, yeah, I can't see... I could see them doing a title change. I can't see them doing a clean win over Hook. And yes, Josh, Dirty Dom did in fact do it. The new NXT North American champion.
I cannot believe that.
I was thinking earlier yesterday, before NXT even aired, I was like, I bet you they put the belt on him. It's like, I bet there's going to be some shenanigans, and there were plenty of shenanigans.
Last night, yeah.
Yeah, it took literally the entire Judgment Day to beat Wesley.
Yeah.
Which I think some people are saying, oh, man, Wesley's reign shouldn't end like that, blah, blah, blah. Listen, would you rather him have been Kofi Kingston? Would you have rather had that? Or would you rather have it take an entire faction of people to beat him? That makes him look way better.
Yeah.
Because it took 4 people to beat him.
Yep. Yeah. I think we talked about it last night, too, on Jeff's show. Like, now they definitely either have to put the title on Finn at SummerSlam to have everybody in Judgment Day to have something, or, I think Jeff mentioned it after you left, Greg, have Damian Priest, interfere in the match and cash in, and have Damian win the title and further the frustration or between Finn and Damian Priest.
I feel like it's still too early to break up the Judgment Day.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. Now that they got rid of the bloodline, I think Judgment Day is their next big heel faction. So
yeah, because Bloodline is falling apart at the seams. There's literally only Roman, Solo and Heyman left.
Yeah.
Solo's probably going to be the next to go, and then Heyman at some point.
Yeah.
So Roman alone on his island of relevancy, as it were. But yeah, like I would be fine with Finn winning the World Heavyweight Championship. It would be 7 years after he won the first Universal Championship.
Right.
So that would be pretty cool.
Now, do you think let me ask you this, Greg and Matty, you can answer too. Do you think that would, if Finn did win, with the world title just being relatively new with Seth winning it, do you think that would damage, the world title? Like no? Okay.
No, I don't think so unless they like just directly hot potato it over to Damian.
Okay.
Even then, I
But then it shows that Damian has that want for that title over the Universal title.
Yeah. So cashing in on that would be fine. The Money in the Bank briefcase needs a lot of rehabilitation. Just because last year Theory cashed it in on the United States Championship, which had never done, and he lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've had a lot of losers recently.
We have. And the Money in the Bank has kind of lost its luster. And Rumble winners aren't faring much better, honestly.
No.
Cody lost. What happened in 2022? Both the people who won their Rumbles lost. Lesnar lost. Ronda lost.
Yeah.
2021, Edge lost. Bianca won. 2020,
Edge lost.
Yeah, 2020, both of them won. So it's a very hot potato-ish. I think I actually thought of a stat not too long ago where the Royal Rumble winners, less than half the time, have won their match at WrestleMania. And that's whether it was a championship match or not.
Right.
So now it's proving the stipulation almost pointless at that point.
I wouldn't say it's pointless.
Not pointless, but it's starting to lose favorability.
It also makes it less predictable because there was a string of 7 straight years where the Rumble winner won at WrestleMania. It was it was basically a guarantee at that point, kind of like the Money in the Bank. How until Cena cashed in, every single person had cashed in successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I like the fact that it's unpredictable, but if you're going to do that, if you're going to make whoever wins the Rumble lose or whoever wins the Money in the Bank lose, at least let that lead to something. For Theory, you can kind of argue it did because it changed his gimmick from the selfie dude to whatever he's doing now when he's United States champion now and has been for about 9-10 months. So, yeah, it's if there's a reason for it to happen, and I know not everybody's thrilled with Austin Theory's reign as United States champion, but at least he's doing something.
Yeah. At least he's on TV.
Yeah. I do want to bring this.
Yeah.
We did hit this last week. We are looking to do a very special Spintacular show in the month of August. Whether that coincides with the 3-year anniversary that's going to be happening on Wednesday, August 9th, that remains to be seen. I would like to do a special episode where it's nothing but spins, no donations needed. We've tried to do this a couple times before. We've never hit the goal. I think this is attainable. I think it's very possible to do. And I feel like it could bring in a bunch of people to watch the show and be like, hey, you don't have to donate. Just show up and make me do stupid stuff.
Yeah, make us do dumb stuff.
Right.
Exactly. Maybe I could even throw pies on that for that particular episode alone.
There you go.
Just to do it. But because it would be yeah, there you go. We're $100 away from the special Spectacular show. We still got a couple weeks to do it. I think we can do it. So if you don't mind, if you would like to, if you are so inclined, I guess as it were, please donate to the Streamlabs link. It's greatly appreciated by all of us. What entertainment is on the other side of that donation. All right, let's get back to Blood and Guts.
I'm excited for that match. I don't really know all that much that's on the rest of the card.
Well, talked about the FTW title match. The only other thing I think announced so far is the finals of the Black Tag Team title eliminator, which is Adam Cole and MJF versus Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia.
That dance, dude.
Listen, Daniel Garcia is such a talented athlete. If it takes something this goofy for him to get over, and that's what it is. It's the goofiest things in the world that get over. And that dance right there.
Dude, him just dancing through Shibata and Sabre was hilarious. Because they were leathering him and he's just dancing through the pain.
Out of everybody in the Jericho Appreciation Society, which I don't even know is a thing.
It doesn't feel like it, does it?
No, it kind of just dissolved. And
well, I mean, he disrespected Hager last week, didn't he?
Well,
he killed the hat.
Hung it up. You're like, we're done. Guevara and Garcia are not exactly the biggest.
Yeah, they're not friends at the moment. I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, and
that happened with no actual story to it, did it?
No, I mean, Guevara was trying to be a babyface, I think.
He still is, I think.
He'll never be a babyface to me, but that's just me.
I'm not sure because that whole storyline with Sammy Guevara is just odd. I don't know how to explain it. People aren't sure if they want to cheer him or not because he's kind of a douche, but he's kind of an awesome athlete. I don't know.
You can still you can still boo the people that are uber athletic.
Oh yeah, I mean, wrestling fans have been doing that for years. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know what's going on with 2.0 or whatever they're called now. If they're still called 2.0.
I think they're still called 2.0. They still call themselves Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange.
Yeah. So if Menard and Parker are doing their own thing, we'll see, I guess. I don't know. The whole Don Callis thing with Jericho is not really explained. And Jericho's not even in Blood and Guts. So it's like, unless he interferes and helps the Blackpool Combat Club win, I don't see what they're doing with the storyline.
Yeah.
Also, why are Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes tag teaming? Is it just because there's nothing to do with them really, or they just want them in a tag team role?
I don't know because, I mean, Keith Lee was in the blind tournament with Swerve.
With Swerve again, which was a fun match.
So I don't know. I really don't know.
Hey, what did you guys think since it's been a week? What were your guys' thoughts on Nick Wayne?
Nick Wayne was impressive.
Yeah.
Swerve was good. People were crapping on the idea of losing his debut. And I'm thinking to myself, do you realize that just because you debut does not mean you have to win?
Oh, not only that, this was match 2 of their trilogy. Him losing to Swerve makes total sense.
And, if you think back, you know who somebody else who lost their debut on television was? John Cena.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually.
I'm pretty sure Orton lost his debut on TV as well.
No, he beat Hardcore Holly.
No shit with that with that bullshit off the top rope splash.
Yep.
No, with the roll up.
With the roll up, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Fun fact: on WWE TV, Chris Jericho also lost his debut match against Road Dogg. Just fun stuff. But yeah, you don't have to. If you look impressive, winning your debut is it's a very cliche thing to win your debut.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look impressive in a defeat, that might help you more than winning in your debut.
Yeah.
Especially if Nick Wayne gets match 3 in their series.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure that'll happen.
Whether that's at like All Out or something, it probably wouldn't be All In.
So they're holding All In, and then it's Full Gear next, right?
No, they're holding All In. Then I think literally a week later they're holding All Out.
Oh, it's All Out. Okay.
And then they're doing Full Gear in November. So, which will probably also be in Chicago because that's where all the wrestling shows are now.
They were supposed to do one in St. Louis, and then they moved it to fucking Minneapolis.
And then they'll probably move it to Chicago. I'll tell you what. Listen, I know it's very weird of me to complain because WWE is coming to Pittsburgh for a pay-per-view. I'm probably not going because I'm probably still going to Philadelphia in April.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why does Chicago? I understand it's a big city, but why are we building the brand AEW around Chicago shows? Like, how badly do you need CM Punk to be?
Well, in my mind, it was originally because that's where Pro Wrestling Tees was stationed out of, and it was just easier for them to get all their merch and shit.
I mean, that's really a lame reason. I mean, if you're gonna throw a bar, like, ship your stuff, or like,
no, that was my thought initially. Like whenever they kicked off at first.
I mean,
I don't know why they stay in Chicago now.
I mean, they've had all the All Outs in Chicago, haven't they? Pretty much.
Yeah, but still, like, you don't need to do all the Double or Nothings in Vegas. You don't need to do all, like, you could do Double or Nothing in Atlantic City or something.
Yeah.
You could do All Out in literally any other city. Why is it always got to be Chicago? Chicago had Forbidden Door and All last year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
At least Canada got Forbidden Door this year.
Yeah, Canada did get Forbidden Door this year.
Canada got their shows, so Canada won't get anything for like another 2 years.
Probably not. I'm begging them to do a Pittsburgh pay-per-view. Like, I would love to go to do that.
You can definitely hold WrestleMania in Heinz Field as well.
You could. I mean, for crying out loud, if they're doing it in Philly, you can do it in Pittsburgh. I'm sure the Rivers Parking would love that, but, you know.
I mean, Taylor Swift just did Mile High. Come on, guys, do a pay-per-view in Mile High Stadium.
That is true. SummerSlam did used to do LA, and they also did New York.
I think they only did LA for what, 6 years in a row?
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't like the longest run, but it did feel like, holy shit, this became like the norm.
Yeah.
It was like 2009 to 2014, and then 2015. Of course, I led to one of the most legendary NXT shows of all time. Anthony says AEW needs to go to cities they haven't been to. Maybe that would sell out. I'm trying to think of cities that they haven't been to.
Do more shows in Colorado.
Well, hey, if Will Washington say about it, they will. Good old W2.
Shout out to him being the Elite the other day as well.
Yes, he was on BTE. Speaking of that, apparently there's going to be some all-in footage from like the 2018 show in the Cody Rhodes documentary.
Huh.
For WWE?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, technically, All In wasn't an AEW property. It was a Ring of Honor property. Yeah. But AEW now owns Ring of Honor, therefore making it an AEW property. So I'm kind of interested in how much they had to fork over.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get any actual clips of the show, but I think they're going to get like backstage stuff.
Backstage stuff, yeah.
I can see that.
We might very well be seeing the Young Bucks and Mega on freaking.
That'd be funny.
So that would be interesting. All right. So let's talk about the Blood and Guts match. We got the Blackpool Combat Club. We got the Golden Elite. Mega, Hangman, Young Bucks, and now Kota Ibushi against Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, who was Wheeler Yuta.
What was that last one, Greg? Takeshita?
I was trying to think who the last person on that team was.
Yeah, Takeshita.
Takeshita,
yeah. I keep forgetting because Takeshita isn't technically. He's just against Kenny Omega as Don Callis'.
as Don Callis' puppet.
Yeah.
I am very, very interested in this match as Kota Ibushi's debut match in AEW is Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a match to debut in, is a fucking War Games match. And also very, very excited to see not just Takeshita, but Yuta, who are two very fast rising stars in AEW. Not just this time last year. Yuta was just trying to get his name by in AEW.
Yeah. Now Yuta owns a pinfall victory over Kenny Omega.
And 2 victories over fucking Shibata.
Wheeler Yuta's done some good stuff. He's very underappreciated.
He is. I think they only announced 3 matches because I feel like the Blood and Guts is going to go for at least an hour.
It's got to go that entire final hour of the show.
I mean, it's such a big match. I don't know why they feel the need to give it away on TV. You know?
You could make Blood and Guts a pay-per-view.
You could. Like, I don't understand.
Or make it part of a pay-per-view. Yeah.
You cut away from the action so much. You can talk about the picture-in-picture all you want, but it takes you out of the moment trying to watch that match while listening to the Domino's commercial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just ask Jericho and freaking... sorry, good grief. Just ask Jericho and Nick Gage. So yeah, I don't know why they don't do Blood and Guts on a pay-per-view. I'm sure they want to like get ratings up for Dynamite or whatever, but it's just rake in the money.
Yeah,
that kind of match. Like you don't see them do War Games matches on like Raw or SmackDown or anything.
God, that'd be nuts though.
Or the Elimination Chamber. You don't see those matches just week.
No.
The only time that ever happened was when they redid the Money in the Bank for the women's on SmackDown.
But yeah, you know, instead of like doing Anarchy in the Arena, like a Double or Nothing every year, they could put in Blood and Guts like every other year or something like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, and then have the other matches utilize the 2 rings like they used to back in WCW.
Yeah.
If they don't do Anarchy in the Arena for a TV, probably too much chaos. Or Stadium Stampede or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they give away a match on free TV. I'm not going to complain because I'm sure it's going to be brutal. It's going to be entertaining. But why give it away on free TV? Like, make people pay for it. That's not a match, especially if it doesn't end their feud. That's what annoys me because I don't think Blood and Guts has ended a feud because Jericho Appreciation Society, or not Jericho, the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle had a Blood and Guts match, and that wasn't even close to the end of their feud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is their 3rd match, isn't it? Like their 3rd stipulation.
And I think the way they were talking about it is this is supposed to be the final match of the feud.
I mean, if that's the case, then
It's like where can you go after blood and guts?
That's what I'm saying. What do you do with all of them after this?
Yeah.
Not only that, Claudio's got to go through Death Before Dishonor on Friday.
Yeah.
Right for this match, like 2 days after.
Oh, no wonder they really haven't been promoting his match.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact that Mark Briscoe can't go.
Yeah, he injured
Oh
his
shit,
leg.
that's right. I forgot about the Mark Briscoe injury.
So I think tomorrow, tomorrow, I think on Ring of Honor TV they are gonna announce his opponent. Wow, I don't know. I don't really keep up with Ring of Honor anymore.
The unfortunate thing with Ring of Honor is that people brought up that Ring of Honor TV is you pay $10 a week for 8. That's what people brought up. It's like it's not really promoting what Ring of Honor is supposed to be. It's coming off like Dark or Elevation or like WWE Super.
Like AEW Light.
Yeah, it is. People are not a big fan of it.
I started watching the first couple episodes when Ring of Honor like came back out. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take an interest in this. And then like with everything else going on, I was like, you know what, I don't got the time for this. But then like I still follow Ring of Honor on like Instagram and stuff like that. And
But how many Davari and 2 Stacks matches are we gonna see?
Right, and then like there was one time there's like 13 matches. I was like, this is exactly like AEW Dark. I'm like, nothing against the wrestlers. I mean, this gives them, I guess, quote unquote, like TV time in front of an audience in Orlando, but it just felt like AEW Dark with Ring of Honor champions.
So I have a question because I don't have Honor Club because I'm unemployed and I don't have enough time to watch wrestling as it is. Do they air the pay-per-views on Honor Club, or is that something separate?
Nope.
No, that's
you have to pay for pay-per-views on the side.
That's garbage. Ring of Honor.
That's why another reason I gave it up.
If you're going to make people pay for Dark, at least put reviews on there too.
Oh well, let's not point out the fact that, to piss you off even more, Greg, it takes like a month or two for that pay-per-view that just aired to even get onto Honor Club after it's aired.
Yeah, that's another reason why I gave up on it, because I was like, I figured, okay, with Tony bringing Honor Club back and Ring of Honor back, he'll put it on Honor Club. I mean,
this is why people were wanting them to sign with Max,
Yeah.
so that way their wrestling library went on to Max.
Yeah, and that way, like, stuff would be more accessible. If they went to Max and they had pay-per-view set up through Max, you best believe I would be watching those. Like AEW and Ring of Honor. If you threw those on Max and you ran those pay-per-views...
Very similar to how Peacock does WWE pay-per-views.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you did that, I would be paying for Max. I would have zero problem with that. Because all of the things would be included. If I didn't feel like watching Ring of Honor TV, that's fine. I still get the pay-per-views and I still get the value. The way it's set up is very poorly set up. You make me pay for weekly TV and you make me pay separate for pay-per-views?
Yeah.
Feels like a hemorrhaging money type thing or a money grab or something.
I mean, it's one of the reasons they went out in the first place, because at a point, Ring of Honor was running, 8 pay-per-views a year, 9 pay-per-views a year. So you're trying to charge $60 for 9 different shows?
Yeah, and like, I know the price of Peacock's going up, but even still, like $12 a month for Peacock Premium, or $144 a year. You get 12 or more pay-per-views, depending on however many WWE wants to run.
That's still substantially less than paying pay-per-view prices
Well,
by like $500.
Well, look at All In and AEW All Out. They're gonna want people to shell out $100 plus tax within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they need some kind of deal like WWE has. And if Tony Khan get in with Max, if there were talks there, I would jump on that as soon as possible. Expose more people to the AEW brand. If they already have Max, they'll be like, hey, what is this? Maybe we'll check it out. And maybe you get some new people involved.
Yeah.
But making people pay separately, like the whole pay-per-view model, I feel like it's
dead.
It's kind of dead and buried. Or at least it should be. Because now that you see that there was a much better way and a much more cost-efficient way to do it,
yeah,
people involved, doing the old pay-per-view model just doesn't work anymore.
No. And WWE proved that.
They proved that quick. Like, very fast. They were
and you think about it, everybody, man, you still have cable and stuff like that, but everybody's using streaming services now.
Yeah. And there are some things you still have to have cable for, like live sports and stuff like that.
Right. But I'm sure eventually that's going to go to streaming services too.
You would think. And then you have so many streaming services, you might as well just have cable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We went on a tangent. We barely even talked about the match.
We talked about the participants and then realized that they need a better pay-per-view model.
Yeah. This is the kind of that you get on bridge. You know what you also get? You also get wheel spins if you want to do them. I'll tell you what, $100 in the next 2 weeks is not impossible. We hit 75 for just the Saturday special we did a couple weeks ago.
I think we can do it. I think we can easily get $100.
I think we can too. Big Baller G just got paid. You brought that up yesterday.
I did.
We are 20% of the way towards the Spintacular goal. I was gonna set it at 200, but that's unfair. The Saturday special brought in quite a few bucks, so I'm not gonna do that to them. So it's 125, $100 left for this month. Get in a wheel spin. Let's have some fun. Let's make you do something goofy. Hang on. I did Candice Michelle's entrance covered with pie, so
that was very impressive, Greg.
So you get those donations in. I'll throw the link back up. If you're watching on Greg channel, it is the pinned comment. It should be in the description if you want to find it. So go do that. Josh, Matty's not doing anything for this. And listen, we might set up a separate donation goal in August to make Matty do stuff, but not this month.
Has anybody else's weather been taking the life out of them recently? It got near 100 degrees the other day up here.
Oh, yeah. Weather is miserable. And I don't know if it's just because Pennsylvania is, but it just takes the wind out of you. I have allergies as is, combined with weather, and it's like, I feel like I need to be on a freaking oxygen tank. It's miserable.
Yeah, it is.
It's just draining the life out of me. For no reason am I tired today.
And that maybe that's why I just when I was a kid, I just sat in my room with the air conditioner on, played video games all day. It's like, man, I because the air is cooler and it's rough. I have an air conditioner on right now. We have one in our bedroom. We have one at the top of the. We have AC units. So many places in this freaking house. Unfortunately, our electric bill isn't too high. Anthony says, "When I win the $1 billion Powerball, if it's valued less than $1 billion?"
I think Shahid Khan has more money.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Try and match it or something. At least buy stock in it, or like see if you can get them in somewhere, or just buy a bunch of tickets and go to their shows. But you have $1 billion. It's not like you're gonna have to work. Just invest.
I will say though, if you win the $1 billion Powerball after taxes and everything, you'll probably have enough money to buy the Oakland Athletics.
I don't know. Baseball clubs are way more expensive.
Oh, dude, no, they really are ridiculously expensive.
Like
if the player contracts have anything to say about it, the teams themselves are ridiculously expensive.
the Pirates are worth over $1 billion.
Holy crap!
The Broncos are worth 2.2.
Yeah, they haven't been good since like the early 90s. One good year in the mid 2010s. But other than that, like, how can you justify that valuation when half of your team is like AAA guys that you just called up so you can trade them? The Yankees are any better. I mean, they have no bats. Like, how can you make the major leagues and specifically be on the Yankees and you can't hit worth a shit?
No wonder, especially on a team with Giancarlo Stanton and fucking Aaron Judge. Like I know Judge is hurt. But Giancarlo Stanton for years has not been able to hit the broadside of a barn. But when he does hit, it's fucking going far.
He didn't do but yeah, without Aaron Judge in the lineup, the Yankees are dead in the water. They suck so bad.
How's former Rocky DJ LeMahieu doing for you? Is he doing good?
Let me tell you what, I have not been paying that close of attention to the Yankees just because I have nothing to get excited about. I really don't. They are over 500 now. I'm just annoyed with them. But the AL East is such a brutal division.
You know, Anthony's over here being a fucking businessman in the comments.
Offer Tony $2 million to Vince for buy another.
Huh. That'd be funny.
Do you get a flipper's tax for that, or is that just for
And he had just won the Powerball as well, so he's just got money on money now.
Hey, listen, send some money. I'm $100 if you win that. How? That's like not even a dent. No, but we could talk about what we would do if we won the Powerball.
I would continue working.
I mean, I could just hire you guys to do this show, and that would be.
Yeah, I'd be happy to get paid to do a show.
Right.
if I win the,
we would actually like sit down and we would actually plan this show.
If I ever won the Powerball, nobody would know. I would just work at home, stay in this little studio apartment with just a ridiculous amount of money in the bank.
Yeah. I don't know. I would probably might not stay in PA.
Oh hell no! I'd leave in a heartbeat.
Where would you guys head if you guys got that type of money to leave?
Somewhere where I can breathe in air.
I'd go back to Germany.
To Germany?
Yeah, I'd go back to Germany in a heartbeat if I won the Powerball.
Listen, I actually dug North Carolina when we were down there. I was able to breathe.
Oh, that's nice of you, Anthony.
To Greg and gave you all front row seats.
Right. That's for Anthony to win the Powerball. So
come on, Anthony, throw all your money into the Powerball. Just be a reckless gambler.
Throw $200 in to get $1 billion back.
Start jumping into that FanDuel. If you need help, I can send you a link.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Josh said he would move to England. He would say Rome, but he can't stand Roman summers.
I
I hear it doesn't really rain during the Roman summers.
Yeah.
No.
I was trying to think of a follow-up, and I just couldn't do it.
That was a bad joke, so.
Hey, Dwayne's here.
Hey, what?
My own numbers for 3 lines on the power play. Well, best of luck. I hope you hit it.
I will tell you, I have no idea how to play the lottery or the Powerball. I just know how to gamble my money away.
Well, go to a gas station, have them auto pay.
What was that, Greg?
So you have to get. We have. I know in like the Sheets, they have a machine where you can just type the numbers in. Like you don't have to interact with a person, which I am is a wonderful thing. And you can just buy them there. Like you can even buy it with a debit card. I don't know if that's legal in every state, but I know for Pennsylvania. Josh says he's good at blackjack. Is blackjack good at? Because that requires a lot of like luck of cards.
I know a lot of people who are good at blackjack, and every time I sit at a blackjack table, I always end up without money.
Hey, I've only played blackjack once and was on a cruise ship, and I actually won like $60. So I can't complain. Dwayne says I'd rather win the scratch off like $5,000 a week for life. That's true. I would do that. I would take that rather than the big lump sum. Like,
I was about to say $5,000 a week for life. Doesn't that like cap at 60 years though?
Yeah, but if I hit it now, I'm 36. So I'd be 96.
So
probably I can my life.
You'd be set.
I would be set.
Dwayne's got a good point. Yeah, I would really like one of those 5,000 a week for life things.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to work. I mean, this could actually be my job.
Yeah.
But buy on donations, show and have fun.
Although my favorite card game will be Yu-Gi-Oh! I was a founding member of the YSU Trading Card Club.
They'll stick with Texas Hold'em. Listen, Texas Hold'em is a brutal game.
Is Texas Hold'em another 2-card and then you get hit with one, or is it a 5-card?
No, it's straight up. You get 2 cards, you get 5 on the table, and you try and make the best 5-card hand out of the 2 you are up. I'll tell you what, when I played in that tournament about a month ago, and I played for 8 hours and walked away with nothing. That's a long time to play cards. Dwayne says not to mention not worry about taxes. Yeah, I would rather. I would not be like I could do everything at once. Like, hey, $5,000 a week. That's like at least 3 or 4 times what my wife and I made together. So,
well, if you look at it, 5,000 times 52, like by the end of that,
that's like $250,000 a year pre-tax.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be that bad. And you could donate more to the show.
So 5,000 times 52,
like
and then that's 260,000. Now multiply that by at least 60 years. By the end of the 60-year time, you'll have made, sitting on your ass, $15,600,000.
You also have to take taxes out.
Yeah, so
multiply that by like 0.6 or something for the federal.
Still 9,363,000.
So just under 10 minutes. It wouldn't be bad.
No.
Yeah, even if you took the lump sum and not the 30 years. I don't know what we would do like we've talked about Jim and I for many years what we would do if we would ever win power. And we've tried. We haven't gone overboard trying, but we have tried to win it. It's hard to say. Like I seriously talked about like growing the Greg Cherry brand to like an actual like big studio and like doing like in-house guests and stuff like that.
That'd be cool as hell.
It would be. And also to like pay the people involved with the show. That would be cool. And then coordinating stuff and setting up the show and trying not to counter program with Pat McAfee because that would be way too hard to get.
Anthony's got the Giannis Antetokounmpo mindset. Put it all into separate accounts.
I mean, that is.
I think his rookie contract, he had put it into 21 different accounts.
That's not a bad idea. We talked about investing it too. Like we would make sure all our paid out, take half of it, and talk to a financial advisor, and basically live off the interest. And then the other half would be ours to do with. Listen, if the money comes our way, we're not that scared.
I was about to say, if I'm making $1 million.
Yeah, not that big. And Dwayne says he would have obscene monthly goals for the shows if I won. Well, all of our monthly goals would be met easily if that was the case. But there would be no complaints.
Nah, dude. I would literally donate to like a penny away because nobody else can just donate a penny. So someone would have to go over your.
Yeah.
That's branding. That's marketing right there.
And then, hey, I could get celebrity guests for freaking Jack Wilson. Not to say I haven't tried that already. I just never get back from it.
We got Sat, and he did and he's doing Wrestle Talk right now.
Well, I'm talking about like Hollywood celebrities.
Oh, dude, they wouldn't even talk to me if I called out their name.
I've tried. I did hear back from Skylar agent because he's a, but never anything after that.
Does working for a business that got me to talk with Rich Swann count?
That might count. Like I've never actually reached out to like. Never. I think I have reached out to her. Tried to get Melina on. That didn't happen. People need to answer my emails. Like it'd be much easier if I won the Powerball and had the money. Then I wouldn't need you if I had.
Anthony, I almost guarantee you that Vince McMahon would take $1 million to do that.
Gosh, fuck.
Damn, a fulfill your fantasy match. I forgot those things existed.
But hey, if anybody wins the Powerball, this goal will be met very easily. If not, you can still donate. Like even if you don't win the Powerball, it's perfectly fine. We got about 10 minutes left in this show.
And I still don't think we've talked about the blood and guts match.
I've gone off track. So, but yeah, who do you think is going to win the blood and guts match? I might as well ask that before I forget.
I'm going Blackpool Combat Club.
I'm trying to think. Each of them have won one of each, I think, so far. I'm going to go with Blackpool Combat Club, too.
I feel like in order to continue the storyline with Don Callis and Kenny Omega, I feel like you have to have the Blackpool Combat Club win and maybe you have Takeshita and Omega. Although I don't know if pinfalls count. I think it's submission or surrender.
Yeah, submission or surrender, yeah.
So, you know what? I'm going to go with the Elite. And the reason I say that is I don't feel like they're going to want anybody on their team to submit. So I think Yuta is going to take the fall here. I don't know by who, but I'm going to go with the Elite. I'm probably wrong because my prediction is terrible.
How crazy would it be if Kota Ibushi was the one to take the pinfall?
That's possible. I don't think it would hurt him as much because at least not AEW TV.
Right.
So I don't know if it would hurt him in the long run. If they continue to bring him in, that is. He might just be a one-off.
I think just a one-off, yeah.
They never gave him a graphic, so he might just be a one-off for the sake of it.
I don't know. I think that I did see Kota Ibushi was trying to get his visa to move into the States.
Hmm.
I mean, if he gets it, then
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm correct on that. That's why I don't report things.
But we have Sean Ross Sapp do it. Hey, another drop.
Exactly.
I have now dropped his name a couple times during this show, so I more than backed up the guarantee of
What name? Sean Ross Sapp?
yeah, Sean Ross Sapp. And hey, why not play his? No, we're not gonna play his video again. Hey,
Greg Cherry for Quizzlemania. Greg Cherry for Quizzlemania. Greg Cherry for Quizzlemania. Hashtag Greg Cherry for Quizzlemania.
When you said you would fill for 10 minutes until RJ City got here, this is not what you promised
Greg
me,
Cherry
John.
for Quizzlemania.
You're pulling back the curtain, Sean Ross Sapp.
Do it.
So how?
You know, every time I watch that video, I see something new. I just now saw the Nikki Bella sticker that's behind Adam Blampied in that video.
they've redone that. Well, now that they're doing them in person.
Well, what's crazy to me is the new Wrestle Talk like news set that they've been doing.
Yeah. They got some. I almost applied legitimately to do their video editing, but it was like $20,000 pay cuts from what I was making.
Oof.
It's like, man, that's decent money. Like if it was like about what I was making, I'd probably fly over to do. I did consider it briefly because I was like, man, I would get to hug Sat and the world would be a happy place. But
Oh, speaking of Josh, I think I don't know if it's been done for a while, but What Culture Wrestling, they unblocked a lot of Blampied's videos that were blocked previously.
huh. Anyway, so we are still at the $25 towards the Spintacular. No donation. It is, but
It was a fun show, though.
it was a fun show.
Yeah.
But next week we are going to have to hit that $100 goal just next week's show. I think we can do it. Just says sorry I'm broke. Hey, but he got paid. It's okay. We will do our best. Next week we will talk about whatever we want to talk about. Football season is coming up.
Very soon.
Oh, thank Jesus.
I am ready for it. Big G,
I am ready to gamble so much money this season.
I hope to God we don't get any Thursday night disasters like the Broncos Colts game last year. But gosh, that was so fun to watch. And Josh says the white Browns helmets roll. Listen, you haven't even worn them yet, and you're talking like you're going to the Super Bowl.
I will say I do kind of like them. They've grown on me, but I'm very interested. In about 6 days, we're going to be unveiling the new Broncos alternate helmets as well. So I'm interested in that.
Yeah. Are all the teams doing it, or is it just a select few?
I don't know. Last year, a couple teams had those carbon helmets where they just blacked out the background of the helmet and had the colored logo.
I don't know. I was in, but I spent $450 for. Oh, that's not a problem. I'm not. Listen, I know I joke a lot about like goals and asking people to.
Hey, I was about to say that is actually a really honorable thing to do with the $500 scratch win.
Yeah, very much. So that's cool. Like that, definitely go do that. We will still be here next week. Go, Dad. Go have a good time. But I think that's how we're going to close the show. Blood and Guts is happening in just a couple minutes. I hope you guys all enjoy it.
Are they kicking off the show with it, or is it closing the show?
I
Soon they're closing it.
we kick off with either the FTW title match or the finals of the tag. Or they'll just throw another match on. Or who knows? Who knows?
Let's get the guns on there.
Yeah. But anyway, go with AEW Dynamite. We will see you next week for Matty Laws, for Big Baller G. We appreciate you for watching. And we will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show. Don't be Jag. Have a good night.